I'm Jack for Make Me a DJ, and in this video we'll be taking a little look at Ableton Live's sidechain feature when it comes to using an auto filter. We'll be using that on one of our leads to get a bit more of a rhythm going, and we'll just take a little listen to what we've got so far. We've got a bit of a breakbeat style, almost like a Bicep style track going on at the moment. So if we just dive in and take a little look at what we've got here, I've got this kick drum which is playing a bit of a breakbeat kind of rhythm. I've also got this vocal which I've just downloaded from Splice. That's loaded into Ableton Live 11's new hybrid reverb and a spectral resonator just to give it a little bit more texture and space. Also got some basic drums, just a snare and a shaker. And if we check out this Reese bass, as you can see, it's just a Reese preset with a little bit of amp, a little bit of filter to get rid of some of the high frequencies, and a touch of sidechain. So what we want to be able to do now is take the notes from our bass line, use this to create a lead. So we're just going to copy and paste this over now to our fresh MIDI channel. And as you can see, I've just got a scale which is loaded in F minor, a chord on there which is playing at -12 semitones just to thicken it up a bit, and +5 as well. So if we just look for some kind of saw lead, we can drop this onto here. We're just going to take a quick look at our Reese bass MIDI clip now, and we want to lift these up an octave. So we do that by selecting all the notes, holding shift and pressing up a few times on the keyboard. That brings us up to F4, and now I'm just going to rename the track accordingly. So what we want to be able to do now is use an auto filter, and we want to use another synth to trigger the auto filter so we get a bit of a rhythm going with the filter. So first thing we're going to do is create a new MIDI track. We're going to drop an instance of operator on this. We just need to turn the other oscillators off because we don't really need them. So what we need to do is set this to sends only. So it's only sending, we're not actually going to hear it. None of this is actually going to be audible. And we're just going to shape the envelope a little bit as well, just so it's a bit more stabby and a bit more plucky. So now we can punch in some MIDI notes into this. And we're just looking to get something that's going to act as a little bit of a rhythm, which is going to help trigger the sidechain on our auto filter. And as you can see, it's lighting up in blue, so we know it's on sends only. So I'm just going to drop a filter down now on our saw lead. And we just need to go back to our operator track, and we'll rename that filter trigger. And that way, when we come to assign the sidechain, we know what we're sidechaining to. Come back to the filter now, set up the sidechain, select filter trigger, and that will start to trigger in the exact same rhythm that we've already got programmed in our operator synth. So I'm just going to pull the frequency all the way down and give everything a play. I'm just going to drop this right down. I'm going to lift the envelope all the way up. And now we can start to hear the rhythm. And just push the gain up a little bit. And if we just play around with the frequency, you can hear the sort of effect that it's having. So what's happening is the filter is being triggered now by the rhythm that we punched in on our operator synth. And if we just have a play around with the envelope just to get a more plucky feel, you can see the kind of effect that it has. That seems to be working quite well. I can just give this a little play now with everything that I've got in this session just to see what it sounds like. Open this filter up and drop it back down to give us a little bit more movement. I'm going to create a little transition by taking the bass and the string away. have it. That's how we create a sidechain filter effect, which adds a little bit more rhythm to our main lead. Triggering it with a sidechain with an operator. You can try this with different rhythms, try it and experiment with different things and see what kind of results you can get. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe to our channels over at YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, etc. There'll be plenty more like this coming in the future.